The projector clicked to the 14th photo, and the room stopped laughing. 50 wine glasses, raised a second ago for another beach shot of the happy couple, instead, a hotel room. A hand that wasn't Dana's, flat against Mark's chest. Dana didn't reach for the remote. She just watched her husband's face go white. 90 seconds earlier, in the kitchen doorway, Dana had checked her lipstick in the dark screen of her phone. Her hand was steady. It had been steady for 6 weeks now, ever since she'd found out things about her husband that a wife isn't supposed to find out by accident. She smoothed her dress, picked up the remote, and walked back into the party smiling. Mark had no idea what he was about to see on that screen. He didn't know his wife had spent 6 weeks putting together a very different kind of anniversary gift, the kind you can't return. It hadn't always been like this. 10 years back, Dana and Mark got married in her parents' backyard outside Kansas City, folding chairs rented from the church for $40 a day. Neither of them had 2 nickels to rub together. They built the life the slow way, a starter house with brick the color of wet clay, a fridge covered in grocery lists color-coded by aisle, because Mark swore mixing produce and cleaning supplies on one list was how marriages fell apart. He was joking, mostly. His name went on the mailbox first, stick-on letters from the hardware store, and it stayed that way even after they added hers underneath in a different font, because neither of them ever got around to fixing it. On their 5th anniversary, they got matching tattoos, one thin line on the inside of each wrist, a shape they never explained to anyone who asked. It felt like a joke only the 2 of them were in on. Money had never been the easy part, not with 2 entry-level salaries and a mortgage that ate half of them, but they'd made it work. Every other Wednesday was budget night, bank statements spread across the kitchen table, a running joke about who'd cave first and buy something dumb. Mark handled the 401k paperwork because he liked spreadsheets. Dana handled everything else. That division had held for 10 years without complaint. Saturdays meant Home Depot, the 2 of them arguing gently over mulch. Sundays meant dinner at her sister Jill's, nephews tearing through the yard, Mark running the grill like a man with a resume for it. He coached the little league team 2 seasons running, no kids of his own yet, just because the team needed a coach and nobody else raised a hand. People at church called them the easy ones, the couple that never seemed to fight in public, that split the yard work without keeping score, that showed up to every potluck with something homemade instead of a grocery store tray. Dana used to think that was just who they were. Steady, uncomplicated, the kind of marriage other people pointed at. Which was maybe why the first receipt didn't register as strange. Not at first. It turned up in March, 4 months before the anniversary party, a folded slip of paper in Mark's jacket pocket, found doing laundry, not snooping, just checking pockets the way she'd done 1,000 times without a second thought. Dinner for 2 at a steakhouse 2 hours away, dated the same Tuesday he'd texted her from what he swore was a work dinner in Springfield. Dana didn't say anything. She took a picture of the receipt with her phone, put it back exactly where she'd found it, and went back to folding towels like nothing in her chest had shifted at all. That should have been the moment she said something. She didn't. Instead, Dana started noticing the small things she'd spent 10 years training herself not to notice. Mark's phone had always sat face up on the kitchen counter, screen full of little league group texts and grocery reminders. Sometime in April, it started sitting face down. He changed the lock screen password the same week, said his old one felt too easy, laughed about it, moved on. Dana laughed too. He joined a gym in May, never once mentioned going. She found the printout for that one by accident too, a membership confirmation email, printed for some reason she never asked about, tucked under a stack of mail on his side of the desk. 24-hour access, a location clear on the other side of town from his office. When she drove past it on a Tuesday afternoon in June, his truck wasn't in the lot. It wasn't there on Thursday either. She kept a list, not confrontational, not dramatic, just dates in the Notes app on her phone under a folder labeled Party Planning where nobody would ever think to look. March 12th, April 3rd, May 19th. A pattern with no explanation attached to it yet, just a shape she was watching take form. Jill had already claimed the anniversary party by then. 10 years, Dana, were doing this right, and Dana let her run with it, grateful for something else to think about that wasn't the folder in her Notes app. She helped pick the venue, the caterer, the string lights for the backyard. She smiled through every planning call. Mark seemed relieved she was so busy. That relief was its own kind of evidence. The photo folder had been set up years earlier, back when Mark's mother first got a smartphone and needed help seeing her grandkids' school pictures. A shared family cloud account, auto-upload turned on across every device tied to it. Dana's phone, Mark's phone, even his laptop, synced without either of them thinking twice about it anymore. It was the kind of background convenience nobody remembers agreeing to. It just ran. It was still running in late June, the week Mark told her he had a 2-night work trip to St. Louis. Dana was at the kitchen table that Thursday helping her niece glue photos onto a poster board. A family tree project due the next morning, 8-year-old scissors, and a hot glue gun Dana wouldn't let her touch. She had the shared album pulled up on her laptop, scrolling for old pictures of Mark's parents to print out. The album loaded new thumbnails while she watched. Auto-upload, working exactly the way it was built to. 6 photos uploaded that afternoon from Mark's phone in St. Louis, not the hotel lobby, not a work dinner. A hotel room, mid-afternoon light through the curtains, a woman's hand pressed flat against Mark's chest in a picture he never meant for anyone but himself to see, let alone a shared family folder that quietly, automatically, told the truth for him. Dana's niece asked why she'd stop scrolling. Dana closed the laptop, told her to go pick out glue sticks, sat very still at the kitchen table for a long moment, staring at nothing, and then went back to helping with the poster board like her hands hadn't just gone cold. 6 weeks before the anniversary party, Dana finally had her answer. She just wasn't ready to give Mark his yet. 6 weeks of practiced calm. Dana didn't confront him. She didn't cry in the shower where he might hear, didn't leave her phone unlocked hoping he'd find the folder himself. She kept setting 2 plates for dinner. She kept laughing at his jokes at Jill's on Sundays. If anything, she got better at being easy to be around, the version of herself people had always pointed at. Underneath it, she worked. She pulled every photo from the shared album onto a private drive Mark didn't know existed, backing it up twice so nothing could vanish before she was ready. She built the party's slideshow the way Jill had asked her to, just throw together some pictures. 10 years is a lot to cover, and she did throw together 10 years, all of it. She just didn't tell anyone which 10 years exactly, or what else had made its way in near the end. She kept the guest list details to herself. Mark's parents driving up from Springfield, her own mother and father. Jill and her husband, the nephews in matching button-downs they'd already outgrown by the collar. Co-workers from Mark's office, a few of his buddies from the gym league, the real one, the one across town he actually used for basketball, unrelated to the other gym membership Dana had stopped wondering about weeks ago. She never once asked him where he'd really been on any of those Tuesdays. She didn't need to ask anymore. She just needed one Saturday in July, string lights strung across Jill's backyard, and a laptop plugged into a projector that nobody but Dana had touched. The night came in warm, the kind of July evening that smells like cut grass and charcoal. Guests arrived in waves, hugging Dana on the porch, telling her 10 years flew by, didn't it? Mark worked the crowd the way he always had, refilling drinks, laughing too loud at his father-in-law's jokes, one hand resting easy on the small of Dana's back like it belonged there. Jill clinked a fork against her glass around 8. Before we cut the cake, Dana put together something special. 10 years, y'all, let's see it. Dana smiled, the same smile she'd been wearing for 6 weeks, and crossed the yard to the laptop. Mark caught her eye and mouthed love you the way he had 1,000 times before. She didn't answer, she just clicked play. The first photo came up, their wedding day, folding chairs and all, and the yard went soft with laughter and awes, exactly the way a slideshow like that should land. Dana didn't look at the screen. She watched Mark instead and waited for photo 14. The photos rolled by in order exactly the way they'd been taken. Wedding day, the house with the wet clay brick, the matching wrist tattoos side by side 5 years in, a backyard barbecue, the little league team, Mark in a backwards cap, both arms raised over his head. Then photo 14. The room's laughter didn't stop all at once. It just ran out of air, one table at a time, until the only sound left was the low hum of the projector fan. A hotel curtain, afternoon light, a hand that wasn't Dana's. Mark's father-in-law set his drink down without seeming to notice he'd done it. Jill's mouth opened and nothing came out. Mark's own mother, 3 feet from the screen, put a hand over her chest like she was checking her own pulse. Mark didn't move. For a second, he looked like a man trying to convince himself he was still asleep. Dana didn't yell. She didn't throw anything, didn't call him a single name in front of 40 people who'd known him for years. She just stood next to the laptop, one hand resting on it the way you'd rest a hand on a Bible, and let the 15th photo load behind her, a close-up, worse than the last, in case anyone in the yard was still hoping for an innocent explanation. 10 years, she said, quiet enough that people had to lean in to hear it. I wanted everybody who's watched us build this to see the whole picture, not just the parts Mark's comfortable with. Nobody in that yard forgot the sound of Mark's mother starting to cry, or the exact way his best man from the wedding stood up and walked straight to his truck without a word to anyone. Mark tried Dana's name once, low, like there was a version of this he could still talk his way out of. She'd already closed the laptop. She didn't stay to watch the rest of it unravel. She let Jill handle the guests, let Mark's parents decide for themselves what to say to their son on the drive home, and drove back to the house alone with the windows down. Mark moved his things out over the following 2 weeks, mostly while Dana was at work, mostly in silence. Neither of them fought over the house. His name had gone on the mailbox first, but the mortgage had her signature on it just as many times as his, and by August, it was just her name on the paperwork, her name on the deed, her name on the account that used to be theirs. She kept the matching tattoo, never got it covered, never explained it to anyone who asked. Some things you don't erase, you just stop letting them mean what they used to mean. 6 months later, Dana repainted the kitchen a color Mark had always vetoed. She kept the color-coded grocery lists, minus one category she didn't need to track for anyone else anymore. The mailbox still says 2 names. She's gotten around to fixing that eventually. Some days she still isn't sure she wants to. Would you have played that slideshow in front of everyone the way Dana did? Or would you have taken him aside quietly and let it end behind closed doors, away from the people who loved him? If stories like this one are your kind of thing, don't forget to subscribe. This is Mrs. Stark, and we'll see you in the next one.